the document we're launching today is very much, I suppose, a handbook in some ways, but provides a great amount of information and a great amount of guidance and knowledge in terms of how this work can be done. And it is a very invaluable resource for business and policymakers alike. And I think in illustrating the changing patterns in Ireland's export performance, it's particularly interesting and noteworthy that the food and drink sector is so strong. And in that sector, Irish companies are so strong. And I think, again, that's something that we should be very proud of and that we need to support and we need to develop as strongly as we can. Also, sectors like ICT and the pharmaceutical sectors, obviously, have developed very much in recent years, and they're also very much driving export growth. Now, I know everybody in this room is very keenly aware of the challenges that face the country, but as you know, the leaders of the Eurozone countries met last week and agreed terms that are very much more favourable to Ireland now than what we were facing before that meeting last week. And this is good news for Ireland. And it means that loans provided to us by the European Financial Stability Facility as part of the funding package agreed last November will be repaid at a lower interest rate and over a longer period of time. And I'd just like to quote the verdict from Christine Lagarde, the new Managing Director of the IMF, when she said that the outcome will have a positive impact not just for Greece and for Europe, but also for the global economy at large. We are, as you know, in Ireland now meeting our quarterly targets which were set by our funding partners in the European Union and the IMF. And this deal that was agreed last Thursday will make it easier for us, but it's still obviously a huge challenge to restore our public finances and to bring our deficit down. This funding, which is being provided to Ireland by our partners, will bring stability to our financial system and help protect the real economy that is recovering and growing. And just to give you some statistics, the Irish economy is on track to return to growth this year, with GDP growing by 1.3% in the first quarter of 2011. Irish productivity grew strongly in 2010, as you know, with real GDP per employee increasing by 3.8%. Data released last week by the CSO shows that merchandise exports increased by 8% in the first 4 months of the year over the same period in 2010. Figures for services trade show that service exports are also performing well, increasing by over 10% in 2010 in comparison with 2009. And I'm very much aware that for exporters, as for every other sector of the economy, these are very challenging times, but as these figures show and the report attests, key exporters in a number of sectors are performing very well.